Hey bookworms, it's that time. Time for another gathering here at the library. Book Club. So today we're going to be reading about a book. No, I'm actually pretty serious. A book. Murdered people and two cops with a dark past. So let's step into the doorway of Spike Black's horror. Don't look inside. So it starts off with this girl named Lizzie, smoking marijuana while she's supposed to be babysitting, trying to settle her nerves as she's trying to tell herself the creaking noise is nothing. She ends up going upstairs and finds the girl, April, who she's babysitting, awake and out of bed, scaring Lizzie to death. Pretty classic horror right there, the fake-out jump scare. April wanting Lizzie to read her a story, Lizzie grabs the only one that didn't look like it had fairy puke all over it. Best way for me to describe how this 7-year-old girl's room was described? Like fairies came and puked fairy dust and rainbows all over the place. The book was old looking with leather and illustration called Cat's Curiosity. 2 different cats, thank you. It's not bad at first. It's dark cute with rhymes about a little girl named Cat doing things her mother says no to do, or something will happen. Girl does it, and it happens like her mother said. It's cute. Something I wouldn't be surprised to see in real life. From this point of these first 4 chapters, it's actually really creepy. The book changes. At first, Lizzie thinks that the stuff she smoked was a bad batch, and she's seeing things. Doesn't help that April could see it too. The front illustration of a little girl smiling and having branches with apples growing out of her ears, and that's just a basic description of how it was described. And it was gone, and instead there was leather with 3 words torn into it. Don't look inside. Anyone who has read or watched a horror knows fully well you should heed the warning and get away. But of course that's not what happens. We have to follow one of many horror tropes. Curiosity killed the cast. As well, she opens the book again. Trope number 2, deadly book. Yes, there is several tropes in this story. Not gonna name every single one, as they might give too much away, but I can tell you that tropes are used quite well in this. Anyway, it's not just the cover that changes, the inside does as well. The illustrations in the book and the writing all change, and instead shows Lizzie a dark part of her past that she tried to run away from, falling asleep after getting high and waking up to the house she was working a babysitting job at being on fire, and ended up getting saved instead of the little girl she was babysitting. In short of it all, she was neglectful and got a little girl killed and got out of it scot-free. Except now there's an entity that came with the book and, well, to cut this short, Lizzie was found dead at the bottom of the stairs with bruises around her neck. And that actually gives you a good idea of what the book does. It knows what dark part of your past you try to hide the moment you touch it. It warns you, you ignore, you read what it shows you, and then you die by an entity, leaving you there with bruises around the neck. Now the main plot of this book, a cop by the name of Della is investigating the girl's death, and also trying to comfort April. Considering she would have found her babysitter dead after such horror that night from a book, Della was supposed to go on vacation, but after telling one of the cops, an older male cop by the name of Graham, about the case and the book April was too scared to let come near her, she ended up missing it and had to call for April and her mother to come in and speak with her and Graham, who seemed a little more paranoid than Della expected when he questioned them. They ended up chasing after this book. Della demanded that Graham tell her why he was so insistent about this book. Now, I don't want to spoiler his reason, but how he describes it is rather dark and a bit supernatural, if you will. Just as well, even Della has a dark moment in her past that affected her to the point that she ended up moving from Boston to a little town in England. On their chase, the book ended up killing 3 more people before they could finally catch up and have the book in possession. But there is more to this book than Della believed, and something wasn't right with Graham after he himself looked at the book. So, what is the book? What is this entity? And what about it has gotten Graham so unraveled? Well, you'll just have to read it to find out. The book is actually worth reading. There is a part that is a little odd when reading, but otherwise the writing does have a good flow. The horror in it is decent, and the ending was something I wasn't expecting. I did say there are horror tropes in this. I seem to have found at least 7 of them. Take a read. See how many you find. Let me know what you think. You can find the book on Amazon Kindle, though I believe you can order a physical copy, but that I'm not sure. But either way, this was worth it, and I'm glad I did. With that said, today's book is now done. Go out there and find a world within the pages of a good book. See you next time here at The Library. Catch you later, bookworms. Hey you guys, now that is over. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, hit that like button. Want to hear more? Want to hear odd high school morning announcements? Or if you like seeing our being live streamed, then hit that subscribe button. Want to be informed when these come out, or when I do my live streams? Then hit that bell, but do it quietly. We are in the library. So till next time, you guys. Catch you later, bookworms.